What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to talk about the process to ship a car from Japan to the United States if you're an active duty service member, and more specifically if you're a Marine. So my disclaimer here is that I can't speak to the Air Force, I can't speak about the Army. Some of the things I'm going to talk about might be the same, the forms may be different, the office you go to might be different in terms of where you need to go to get stuff processed. But I believe the actual steps are the same. So verbatim, what I'm going to tell you is specifically for Marines here in Japan and mostly for mainland Japan. If you're in Okinawa, I want to say the steps are pretty much the same. The offices will be the same because those are both Marine Corps bases. So hopefully at the end of this video, if you are in Okinawa or mainland Japan and you have questions or is concerned about the process of shipping your car from Japan to the United States, this video might help. So let's do it. Some of the things that are standard across the board is that the car must be 25 years old. You have to wait until that car is 25. I think they have exemptions for some prestige cars. I'm not going to get into all that. I'm just going to talk about what I know and what I can explain. So I'm not going to introduce any information that I cannot completely cover here. So on that note, the car is 25 years old. If the car is 25 years old, you can just follow these steps, you'll be fine. The only difference with my explanation here is if the car is not 25 years old and you have to put it in storage or leave it with a friend or a buddy or someone, the only additional step you will have to apply here is giving that person you're leaving the car with a power of attorney. So that person will then act on your behalf if you're no longer here. And that's the next thing. If you're gonna be here until the car turns 25, you can just treat this whole video as if it applies to you wholeheartedly. Now, if you're leaving Japan, you want to send your car back to the US, but by the time you're leaving, the car is still not 25 years old, then this part applies to you. You would need a power of attorney. You assign all roles. In fact, you're gonna list on that power of attorney what functions you want to assign to that person, such as the ability to drive the car, the ability to maintain the car, like do oil change, the ability to register if it's time for a road tax or whatever it may be. You can literally put what functions you want that person to have on your car, and you can limit it to whatever you think they only need to do. That way this person is not here joyriding your car while you're in the States or wherever you are. But I'll explain a little bit further when I get to that portion, because in my case I have to do a power of attorney, but I'll explain how I'm doing mine and what functions that person will have over my car once I leave. So now that I kind of explained the basis, I'm going to dive into the process as a Marine on mainland Japan and probably and probably Okinawa, what you need to do to get your car. Okay, so I already explained that the car needs to be 25 years old for you to ship it out of Japan into wherever country you're sending it to. If it's not 25, we'll talk about what you need to do there. And I have some notes over here, so you're gonna see me looking over here, looking at my computer screen, kind of, referencing where I have all the data that I need. So let's say your car is 25 years old, you're a Marine like I am, obviously, and I have orders to go back to the United States. So in my case, I have orders, right? This is like the Marine Corps giving me an official document saying, hey, Damion, you have to travel from Japan to X, wherever X is. Now, I have that paper. On that paper, it has to say you're authorized to ship a car, right? If it doesn't say you're authorized to ship a car on that paperwork, your orders, you have to contact whoever you got your orders from and explain to him or her, I have a vehicle and I would like to ship it, and see if you meet the requirements and meet the entitlements to ship that car, meaning the government is going to pay for your car to be shipped from Japan to wherever country you're going to. On that paper, it has to say you're authorized to ship a car, right? If it doesn't say you're authorized to ship a car on that paperwork, your orders, you have to contact whoever you got your orders from and explain to him or her, I have a vehicle and I would like to ship it, and see if you meet the requirements and meet the entitlements to ship that car. However, If they refuse to do it or you don't meet the requirements for that, that doesn't mean you can't ship your car. It just means you're gonna have to pay out of pocket to ship your car. That's the only difference. So that's step 2. Because step 1 was you need to have orders. Step 2, you need to make sure your orders have those entitlements on there. Once you have those entitlements on there, we're rolling into step 3. You're gonna go to your DMO, Distribution Management Office in the Marine Corps, that's what we call it. You go there and you will now need to obtain from them a form. This form is called a DD 1797, and the title of it is Personal Property Counseling Checklist. They're gonna give that to you with all the checks and what applies to you shipping your car. So the only thing you're gonna do with that form once you get it is sign that you received it. Literally, that's it. They're gonna endorse it, they're gonna check all the boxes. And this is something they do on a daily basis, weekly, for the last however many years. So they know what it should be, right? It's gonna check POV, it's gonna check your information, your transaction number. That's gonna tell the shipping company where the funding is coming from. It's gonna state your branch of service, your rank, your name, and where you're going to. And then all you do, you sign it and you retain a copy of it. That's step 3. All right, so once you've established that DD form 1797 at the DMO office, again, Marine Corps specific, you will then, they're gonna give you a package. And this package is from a company called IAL. It stands for International Auto Logistics. IAL, International Auto Logistics. And this is, we're rolling into step 4 here. Now this form is gonna have a bunch of stuff that you need to fill out. And the header of that form is gonna say RPM pre-shipping instructions. So to better explain that to you, I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you on my computer how to get to that page and how to fill out the forms.